KMR. Welcome back. We're talking MX-5, but it's got some brap. So, we're breaking out our old Formula Drift car, the current Hotpit car, to go to Irwindale in a couple weeks. And we had to do some maintenance. Hotpit round coming up. I think it's round 3. We're doing good in points. The car's been running great. So we figured time for maintenance. And although we did wear some components out, most of the stuff on this car had been on the car for a little over 2 years. That was the last time we did any big maintenance. So it was a great opportunity. We sent the injectors out for cleaning. We got a brand new turbo from Precision Turbo. Really looking forward to getting this on the dyno, seeing how it goes. And just basically gave the oil side, the fuel side, the cooling side a quick maintenance, so when we go to the dyno, when we go out to the event, everything is on point and ready to rock. I love driving this car. It's very unique, short wheelbase, a lot shorter than the RX-8, but it's basically the same drivetrain. 3-rotor power plant, sequential gearbox, quick change rear end. But it really does handle quite different. And we found out recently, we were testing some of the RX-8's alignment settings on the MX-5 and MX-5 alignment settings on the RX-8, and they did not like each other. So even though suspension geometry-wise, it's running the same WiseFab suspension, both front and rear, the pickup points, same locations, the actual handling characteristics of the car are very different, and it requires a different alignment. So it's kind of a cool thing. It was neat that we tried stuff, but in the end, the two cars are different, so it makes sense that they want different setups. Always trying to get the best out of the cars. One of the things when we hit the dyno is really just trying to optimize. Although over the past few years, we've been still kind of playing with the anti-lag setup on this car, we actually have eliminated it now. And we're working our way back to a nitrous setup. It's what we've been running on the Formula Drift RX-8, and it really depends on the series you're in, what you're trying to do, what the car is for. In a lot of cases, you don't even need any type of spool help, spool control. But with Formula Drift, it is nice. We're competing against pretty big displacement cars, so having a little bit of nitrous to build torque, build response can be really good. And we used to run a fogger back in 2015, 16, 17, so we've brought that setup back. And although I don't know if we're going to set that up right away, it's nice to be making progress on the car and trying new things, trying new setups. It's great to have this car as a test bed. So just wanted to give some updates, basically freshened up the MX-5 as we get ready to go out to Hotpit. So if anybody has questions about the car, the setup, definitely let me know. It was built on an NC chassis. I think I've talked about it a little bit in the past, so very similar to Mad Mike's car, which is currently a NC chassis-based 4-rotor with ND bodywork. His is naturally aspirated. We ended up going with the 3-rotor turbo, or sticking with the 3-rotor turbo application. But they were built around the same time, and just very cool cars. Built basically with the same intentions, professional drifting. So I think that's a wrap. We're going to wrap this up. Just wanted to give the maintenance updates, simplifying the setup, trying to optimize our boost, and use nitrous for a little bit of pre-spool. Very similar to what we're doing with the RX-8. All right, so we just wrapped up the dyno over at DNA. Pretty stoked. MX-5 sounds great. It's running great. We had a couple little things to work on. It laid down 700 horsepower without the nitrous. So we're going to have to come back, work on the final tuning, work on getting the nitrous tuned in. But I'm really happy with that. Basically, new turbo, some freshening on the car, and now we're pretty much ready for Hotpit. Some minor maintenance, and we'll be ready when we come back from Formula Drift. We were just using up this guy's time right here. He's the man. DNA. If you don't know, now you know. I've known Louis for like at least, 25 years. Yeah, we have the same love and problem for rotary cars. So if you need some rotary service or some dynoing, this is where I go. I get my parts from Mazda Tricks, and then I lay the horsepower down over it here at DNA. You should too. So come check it out. Don't tell him I told you. He's probably busy already.